Hi, this is Jeff, and today I'm doing an unboxing of my lift efoil that I recently purchased. And behind me I have 3 boxes that arrived today with the foil, the board itself, the hydrofoil, the mast, and some other components, and lastly the battery down here with, I'm not sure what else is in there, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to start with the large piece here, which has the whole board in it. This weighs, I believe, 30 pounds or so. One thing I'll note is that in the packing slip, it says that I ordered a blue board, which I did. But on the color, I don't know if you can see it from there, it says brushed white. So we're going to find out if the board is blue or if the board is white. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, you really did quite a job packaging this. Even the tape says lift on it. It's pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and open it here. Hey, Ranger. Sorry. Survey says, oh wow. So the board comes, it looks like with the hydrofoil in it. Or pardon me, this is just the front wing, and I got a high aspect 250 wing because I'm a bigger guy. I'm about 6 foot 250, so I definitely needed something with a little bit more lift. You know, to each their own. If you weigh less or if you're shorter, then I would highly recommend getting a smaller wing because it will be more appropriate for your size. But that's the nice thing about these, is that you can really, there's a lot of versatility with the options that you can choose. And I certainly researched it extensively before I purchased it. Wow, look at that. It's 37 inches wide, and this is more of a medium aspect than a true high aspect, just because, well, I mean, the aspect ratio of the height to the width. The 170 is more closer to a true high aspect wing, but yeah, this is a monster wing. So I'm going to put this back here in the package, and then we'll have the moment of truth with the board and see if it's blue like it's supposed to be, or if I got white by mistake. So, and while I'm doing that, I'll just walk you through. So I ordered this just under a week ago, 6 days ago. So I'm impressed. I mean, I live in the Northwest, and it took under a week to get here from Puerto Rico. So not bad. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take the whole board out here. And here's the rear wing. I'm not going to unpackage it right now, but this is a 50 surf back. Again, this is for my weight, so if you are different weight, I would choose something else. I'll go ahead and get this board out of here and get this box out of the way. Excuse me, Ranger. Okay. So it's really a nice heavy-duty bag. It's not flimsy by any means. Very, very durable. I can just tell from the thickness of it and the stitching. All right, survey says, haha, it is blue. So they got the color right. It was just mislabeled on the side of the box. So that's a sigh of relief. That would have been unfortunate. Look at this. How cool is that? So this is all carbon fiber, and it's really hard to tell in the video, but maybe I'll do a separate video and zoom in on the details, but it's really amazing the texture that you can see with how they accentuated the carbon fiber undertone behind the finish of the blue. You know, initial impressions, it looks very, very solid. I think that, you know, if I had to critique one thing, just looking at it, the pad on the latch is about 1/16 of an inch glued too far to the one end, I can tell. I don't know if you can, maybe I can walk up there and show you. And maybe I'm mistaken, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be, but if you look closely, you can see that there's a little bit of a gap there between the rubber and the hatch. And I'm sure that's not going to adversely affect anything internally. I'm sure it's very, very, very well sealed. But just the very finish of the pad on the top. So, wow. It says on the back here, notice exposure to direct sunlight may cause permanent damage to the board. It is recommended to keep the board in bag and out of sunlight when not in use. So it's a good point that they bring up, and it's one thing that I'll mention is that have you ever heard of like the albedo effect? But like darker things absorb sunlight better. So that's one reason that I chose not to get a black board, because it will absorb that heat more, and it would have a greater propensity to overheat the board versus something that's lighter. Now, of course, I didn't get white. I got blue just because I like the color. But you know, just from a functional standpoint, white would be the most reflective. And this isn't just me saying it. I talked with the experts at Lift and brought it up with them, and they said that that is the case in a slightly different way. But just something to consider is both, you know, there's the aesthetics of what you want, but also the functionality and sometimes the small nuances that you don't really think of when you go to buy something like this. And I'm sure the black ones are amazing as well. I don't mean to knock them, but just, you know, a very minute difference that you would have between boards. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out of here and wrap this back up so I can assemble it here very soon. It's very manageable. I mean, it's not that heavy. I mean, I think, well, I'm sure it's different once I put the battery in it, but my paddle boards are a little bit more cumbersome than that is by far. So, and this is a carbon fiber, at least partially carbon fiber paddle board. Hey, buddy. Yeah, what is this stuff? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open the next box, which should have the mast and some other things in it. Let's see. Yep. Oops. Careful, bud. Wow. It's in another case. I'm just impressed with these cases. You know, I knew that they were going to come in a case. It's not a surprise to me, but they're very substantial. I mean, really. This is, you know, for me, it reminds me, I play the violin, not as much anymore, but I played for a long time. And the case to carry your instrument is obviously very robust because it wants to, you know, protect it. And it reminds me of the quality of an instrument case, like a guitar case almost, and it's about that size. So It's really durable. I'm very impressed. Okay, so let's see. And this one's pretty heavy. I mean, it feels almost as heavy as the board was. So. Oh wow. So this is all the guts. You know, the battery charger, the mast with the prop. Go ahead and take this out and see a closer look at it. Whoa, the lights just flickered. There's like a windstorm outside right now, so I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, it's a solid block of aluminum that they mill to make that, and perfectly balanced. It's a 5,000 watt motor, I believe. Really quite a piece of technology. But you know, it's sometimes hard to appreciate quality over a video, but it's just amazing. I mean, I've bought a lot of water toys, nothing of this caliber before, but just the attention to detail, the tolerances, overall, I want to say it's flawless. I mean, the only minute thing I had was the pad on there, but on the top of the board that was glued, maybe a 1/16 of an inch different, but that's so minute. This is really, really cool. So there's the mast and the prop. Not sure what the heck this is. It looks like a taped together piece of styrofoam that was wrapped in tape. That's probably just an insert. Oh wow. So man, this thing is heavy duty. So this is the battery charger for it, and there's all these fins in there which are for cooling. This allows it to be able to charge fairly quickly, and so you really have to allow these to cool the motor when you're charging it. But this thing has a lot of heft to it. I mean, I don't know, maybe 1 foot by 8 inches by 5 inches deep, maybe. Really largest battery charger I've ever gotten. So I'll go ahead and set this aside. Okay. What else is in here? Here's more stuff. Okay. That's the cord for the charger. Okay. Here. And this is the hand controller. What is all this stuff, huh? Yeah, good dog. And then there's the documentation. So this is I'm going to look at it in more in depth later, but there's looks like a instruction manual. There's a sticker. There's the necessary hardware to install it. And there's some oil to lubricate the joints periodically for regular maintenance. And it looks like this is weather stripping of some sort. I'm honestly not sure, but it looks like something that you could maybe use to repair it. So, okay. And last but not least is the battery. So, all was in here. I mean, they really packed this thing in. And this, it weighs, I think it weighs 30 pounds, give or take. But very manageable. It just feels like a really heavy briefcase. So, that's it. Yeah. I'm really stoked to get it assembled and go hit it out on the water. I mean, it's December right now, but in the Northwest, so it's cold. So I'll get a wetsuit on and make it happen. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.